Keyboards are very important for us gamers, and when they get dirty, it can cause a lot of problems. It could cause gamer depression, or even gamer tears. When your keyboard gets this dirty, it's just hard to be productive and overall affects your way of life. You can't even type anything, or send emails, or game with the boys. A lot of us have very dirty gaming setups, and this is no exception. Gaming in an environment like this can cause excessive wear and dirtiness to your keyboard. Now, I've been gaming like this for a long time, and overall, I would say it's affecting my performance in video gaming and writing papers for school. It's also just very annoying. I can't even press the spacebar sometimes. Step number 1. Take that keyboard outside and rinse it off with a hose. Don't be afraid to get it wet, just make sure you unplug it. It's all gonna be okay. But make sure we get all those rocks out in between the keyboards, you know, just the normal wear and tear. Now, don't be afraid to blast that USB with some water because there could be some rocks stuck in there as well. Now, you're gonna need this. It's a stiff bristle brush. It's very important that you have stiff bristles to get in between those keys so you can really get it nice and clean, just like new. Also, don't accidentally drop it in the mud. That would be bad. Don't do that. Anyways, the hose is right here, so let's rinse it again since we dropped it, accidentally, of course. Dang, this is starting to look really clean, maybe even cleaner than when I first bought it. But now we're going to move to the second step of cleaning it. Next, get some dish soap out and spread it all in your keyboard, get in between all the cracks and maybe even the USB if you're feeling up for it. Now just give it a nice slap and slather that soap in. Now I'm drying it off here a little, and I'm just going to run it through my dishwasher once. It really helps a ton, trust me. While it washes, feel free to contemplate your life because your keyboard was freaking disgusting. Don't let that happen again, okay? Now we're going to check it out, see how clean it is. And yeah, it's looking pretty good. But it didn't dry so well, so let's take it over to the dryer. Just toss it in there and run it for like 20 minutes on high. It should work out pretty well for you. It did for me. As you guys can see, no accidents happened. It was very fine, very safe for the keyboard, and it's still wet, so we're gonna have to dry it another way. So this is just straight alcohol, and we're gonna pour it in all the nooks and crannies to make sure we're getting all the grime out. This part may seem silly, but you need to light it on fire a little to make sure that it gets dry. And don't let the fire burn on the keys. It will actually melt them. Be very careful. I did not let this happen, so my keyboard was fine. My keyboard was fine, like I was saying, and it did not catch on fire. I'm rinsing it off again. And just look, it's looking super fresh. The keyboard just has a few minor little things on it, but overall, I would say it's a 10 out of 10. I've been really enjoying typing on this again. I've noticed a huge increase in my productivity and spelling increases. As a gamer, I find that it's very important to have a clean setup, so make sure that you guys keep your keyboard clean.